All right. The Five of Swords, the Hermit, and the Magician. So let's just start from the beginning here, and I will clarify these two. The Ace of Cups being the overall. There is definitely love here, the potential for a new beginning, but the way that you come into this is a difficult choice to make. Okay, now for some of you, I kind of get the feeling that you may have been through this before. Now, with them showing the Chariot, this is either, they're at a distance and they're coming to you, you, them, right, with the travel part of it. But I do think that for some of them, they're kind of getting control over how they're feeling about you and wanting to have like a sense of direction when it comes to the relationship, right? And they're wanting some momentum. Let's go. But you, though, with the Two of Swords are like, you know what? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know that I can make this choice here, because if you've been through this before, there may not have been that kind of commitment with the Hierophant, right? I mean, with the Ace of Cups, there's definitely that love and that potential for the new beginning and a new start. But, I need you to give me something traditional. Like, I need to have that kind of commitment. Now, for some of you, you just can't make the choice to do that. And that may be how you're looking at it. Like, this is going to be a major commitment for you. The thing is, though, is that they're showing the Page of Cups. So this to me is saying that there are some new feelings that they may be communicating to you in regards to the relationship. It's like, this may have been how things were before, but now I'm like wanting to have progress on this because I'm feeling this way and it's all new, right? And they're communicating that to you. You may be looking at it like, okay, so if we're going to do this, it has to be, traditional major commitment. Yes, right? Now, you after that are pulling on your inner strength here and needing to make this choice. But then you also maybe, though, looking at them like they are having difficulty in making that choice. Because the thing is with Scorpio, like, I don't see that as an issue unless you're involved somewhere else. Then, yeah, I could see that being an issue. So, you're pulling on your strength here and wanting to, make the most of this Ace of Cups. And for them, that's good. That's exactly what they want to hear. There's still communication happening between both of you. Everything is like new for them in terms of how they see this, how they see the potential, the new beginning, right? But you're really needing to pull on your reserve here when it comes to this. Now, with the Five of Swords coming out, this is a little bit sketchy. And I have to wonder here if for some of you, if something isn't communicated in the wrong way. It's like there is so much miscommunication happening as far as, what is going to happen with this new beginning here. And with the Hermit being right in the middle with the Ace of Cups, it's like there's definitely separation between the two of you. Okay, especially with the Chariot kicking this off on their side. And that may be a big issue, though, too. Being at a distance from each other. But with the Hermit, there's definitely, this distance between you where the both of you are kind of reflecting on the things that you've already experienced in terms of this relationship and what that means when it comes to a new beginning. Now, with the Magician coming out, though, this is, and I don't think that this is manipulation. I think that this person, because of it landing on their side, they think that they have what it takes to make this work. Because everything is like new for them. The way that they're feeling, the communication that's coming through, right? You, though, are looking at things a little bit more seriously. And maybe the reason why you're kicking this off with the Two of Swords is, like I said, there is like extreme miscommunication. I don't necessarily feel like this person is intentionally trying to stab you in the back and walk on. Because we're still looking at the Ace of Cups here and this person being like a kid almost. And you, though, are like looking at this from a much different perspective. Yeah. So When we're looking at the Magician and the Five of Swords, right, there's definitely some extreme miscommunication going on. They're showing, you know, the Six of Pentacles. And again, it's like, you know, I have what it takes, but, right, like you need to show me something. You know, there needs to be the equal give and take, right? They're willing to give their part for sure. But you are showing the Seven of Swords. Now, I don't think that it's you being sketchy, sneaky, nothing like that. I think that for you, you know, the communication of your intentions are not coming off clear to them. You, I think, are wanting more. You're wanting more than just this, you know, new, exciting, whatever, you know, but not really having a sense of direction. I think that they come in thinking that they know what they're doing. But, you know, I have to wonder here, because of the way that this is coming out. So if they're not understanding what you want and you're wanting more, definitely with the Ten of Cups, that's showing that. But for them, it's like they don't know. They don't know, or they didn't know, right? And that information comes out. Now, I do still think that they have the potential to make that work, but do they, though? And that's the thing, right? Like, if everything is new for them, you're looking at it in a much different way. I'm telling you, it's like looking at a kid versus an adult, you know? Like, I don't know if I want to get involved with this again, if it's just going to be based on, okay, I feel this way now, let's do this again, right? But you're looking at it like, I want this to be more. I want this to be more. But because of them communicating to you, you know, I think that you are still trying to hang on to what you actually want in terms of this, because I see you looking at it as long lasting. Okay, but you're still getting involved, though, because they're, you know, loving this. I think that they're loving the communication. They like talking to you. They like having this connection with you. But do they see things further than that? I don't necessarily think so, because if that kind of comes out and they weren't aware of it, right, with the Nine of Swords, that's giving them quite a bit to think about. But for you, you know, coming out with the Queen of Pentacles, I think that, you know, for you, you don't really need this. You don't really need to have this. And, you know, it's just one of those things that I feel like kind of pops up for you. You know, and the kicker here is that the Ace of Cups is definitely there. But what it entails for you is much different than what they're seeing it as, you know. And, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles, right, the thing is not only that, but you may, if you don't feel secure in what is happening here, or what it is that they think that they want to have happen, then, yeah, I could see you kind of like, you know, going your own way, or like separating from this almost. Like, I need to think about this. I really need to, you know, go back and look at, is this really worth, you know, investing into, so to speak, right? Because I don't think that you need it. I think that you're going to be okay regardless, right? Like, you can take care of yourself in this situation. You may not get what you're wanting, though, out of this. And I think that you know that. Like, I think that you know that coming in. But with the Nine of Swords, though, looking at this coming out, you know, if they have like a lot of, you know, fear and anxiety around, you know, what's happening, then, you know, the Magician then becomes like, right, like not being confident, right? I don't think that either one of you feel really secure on this coming out. I do think that the potential there to manifest that Ace of Cups is absolutely there, but it's on them. I don't think it's on you. I think that they misunderstood you. I really do. I feel like they misunderstood you and what you were actually wanting. So, right, somebody is definitely needing to express some love here. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay. You start this off with the Queen of Wands and the Emperor. That's one hell of a fucking match right there. So for some of you, you may be dealing with somebody who is hot to trap, right? I mean, this is somebody who is full of sexual passion, for sure, with the Emperor. I don't necessarily feel like we're talking about anybody who is controlling or anything like that, but there's definitely a lot of passion. With the Queen of Wands, right? And again, male or female, fire sign, could be Aries, doesn't matter to me. Looking at the Queen of Wands, I think that, you know, you may be okay with like kind of doing your thing with this person on and off, but something is happening here where there may be a little bit more that you want from this. Now, with the Hangman, some of you may be waiting on this person to kind of like open up to you. I look at the King of Swords, right? And I feel like for him, he's just not emotionally invested. It's just, physical. I mean, like, it's just physical. The thing is that for some reason, you may not be able to let go of this person, right? The Hangman being bound together. But, it's like you're waiting. It's like you're waiting for them to open up to you. I think that initially you're okay with just having, the physical contact and just doing your thing. Some of you may be really enjoying the attention of them, but I think that you're wanting a little bit more. Now, where you move out at is the Four of Wands, which is great because you guys are having fun. Everything's lighthearted. Nothing is serious. You're having a good time together. It is what it is. But with the Hermit being there, some of you may be wanting something more. I keep getting that, but it all depends on whether or not this person is going to open up. So, are you needing to let them know that you're wanting a little bit more than let's just hook up and whatever? It's funny because I don't feel like it, but yet that's what it's showing. I think that you give this person a little bit too much control. I think for them, because the Knight of Swords is conquering, right? Conquering your mate, right? Like, this is just indulging in fetishes, things like that, right? Like, that's all that is. I think that that's all that they see it as, but you're okay with it. And that's the thing. Now, if you're waiting for them to open up and be a little bit, more available to you, especially emotionally with the Star, it's like you're looking to, heal some issues here, have some hope restored in things possibly moving in the direction that you want them to, especially if you're wanting more from them. But with the King of Pentacles, right, like I just, for you, I think you kind of get to the point where if they're not going to give you what they want, you may start to back off and they may not understand, like, well, what the hell, you come here. And you're like, no, I don't know if I can do this anymore. That's kind of how I feel on this. And they just, I think you give them a little bit too much control in this. Things may be fun and right, like you may have a really good time together, but I don't know. I look at the Hermit and think that that's you wanting more. Now, we can definitely flip the script on this, and this may be Scorpio doing this, and this is how somebody else is feeling. And maybe you're the one that needs to make the romantic gesture here, but I don't think you get it. That or the other person doesn't get it coming out. Ooh, okay. And then the Two of Swords. Okay, so I think that you need to have a little bit more faith in your relationship, okay? And not get caught up in something. And I don't know that you do. I don't think that you do. Now, if we're talking about your partner, though, and you needing to have faith with them, I'm telling you right now, I don't think that they do anything. I think that they may get tempted, but I don't think that they actually do anything here. So with the World, you're talking about a relationship that makes you feel complete. It completes you. It feels good, right? It's what you want. Now, traditionally, right, with the tarot, you're going to be talking about closure or a painful ending here with the Ten of Swords. The thing is, though, is if you know what is going on with your partner, you may be looking at this like, this was the relationship that I wanted to be in, but it's going to end in a really bad way. And I say that because of the Empress, the Temptress here with the Three of Wands. This is somebody who is tempted to do something because there is another person that is like, I almost feel like they're intentionally doing this, though. Okay, so when you're looking at the Three of Wands, you're talking about two people who are confessing the way that they feel to each other. Oh my God, I didn't know you felt that way. I feel the same way. Let's get together. But this seems like intentional, like on purpose, like purposely tempting this person. Okay, and like I said, this is either going to be you or your partner. And it makes me wonder if this shit hasn't happened before. Looking at the World and the Ten of Swords. Now, coming out of this, you have the Three of Swords, which is, somebody doing something they shouldn't be doing, right? But everybody knows. You and your partner know what is going on, whether this is you doing this or them. The thing is, though, is the potential is there, but I think that, you know, you're seeing, though, that this is, you know, they're doing this on purpose. The other person that's infiltrating your relationship is doing this on purpose, okay? With the Two of Swords coming out, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to get involved with this. I don't know if I want to deal with this, right? Now, for some of you, like I said, if this is you, and this is happening for you right now, and you're in a relationship, I think that you know that this could potentially ruin everything. But if we're talking about an ex, though, right, there may still be like a lot of pain involving this. But they're like purposely infiltrating your relationship here is what I feel like. All right, but I don't know that you really want to do it again. But the thing is, though, is that there is definitely a connection. Okay, so now I think that you need to have faith that you're doing the right thing by turning this down, even if, you know, this is somebody coming through who is really going out of their way to be like supportive, romantic, you know, especially with the King of Cups. With the Two of Cups, right? Here's the dilemma. You may already be in a relationship that makes you feel great, right? You're complete, you're happy, everything's great. But the thing is that there is another connection somewhere else, but it could potentially lead to, you know, the end. Now, for some of you, you may have a hard time getting over a past connection, because that's what I kind of feel like here. Because this person is definitely coming through, and there is temptation here, and it's because they're showing emotional availability. You know, I'd never expressed this to you before, but this is how I feel. But this is definitely, you know, the third party infiltrator, cheating scenario, right? But you don't know if you want to do it. But, you know, there is a part of this where, you know, I kind of get the feeling that for some of you, that there may be like, how do I put this? You may enjoy, you know, that attention and that time together, but do you really want to push it to this point? You know, because I'm still looking at you going, no. You know, and like I said, we could flip this here, and it could be Scorpio that couldn't get over, you know, a past relationship here that made them feel really good, and you may be tempting fate here, and somebody may be going, I don't know, right? Because the Eight of Wands is about savoring the moment, right? But the thing is you've already had those moments. Do you really want to do that again?